Scam syndicates typically cultivate a network of money mules to facilitate their crimes or to launder criminal proceeds. The money mules' bank accounts form a web of multiple accounts. Scammed monies can be split into different denominations and transferred through these accounts. This process is repeated many times over so that the monies go through multiple layers of bank accounts before being transferred out of Singapore into the hands of the syndicate. This tactic of layering is designed to make it difficult for the authorities to follow the money trail and to get to the perpetrators. Between 20 and 2022, scammers exploited more than 38,000 bank accounts to launder their proceeds from local victims. 38,000. Over the same period, more than 19,000 money mules were investigated by the police. One big problem for the police is that with electronic transactions, all these actions that I described earlier happen very quickly, often in a matter of hours. Another problem is that when interviewed by the police, most of the money mules claimed they did not know that they were handling illegal funds. We must do everything we can to prevent scams from harming Singaporeans. This includes recognizing the limitations of current laws, which make it difficult to take the money mules to task. It requires the prosecution to prove that the money mule had knowledge or reasonable grounds to believe that the monies transacted through his bank account are linked to criminal activity. As a result of these difficulties, of the 19,000 money mules investigated by police from 2020 to 2022, fewer than 250 money mules were eventually prosecuted. Out of 19,000, fewer than 250 ended up being prosecuted. In the OCBC phishing scam, which I mentioned earlier, out of the 120 suspected money mules, only 9 could be charged for money mule offences. And think about that. It's fewer than 1 in 10. Similarly, it has been challenging to prove the wrongful intention of those who give up their SingPass credentials under existing laws like the Computer Misuse Act. Clearly, there is a gap that has allowed money mules to continue abetting scammers at little cost to themselves. Why should they be deterred if they can evade prosecution by simply claiming ignorance? The two sets of amendments we are proposing are therefore intended to strengthen our collective defense against scams. First, it sets guardrails on the use of bank and SingPass accounts. Bank account holders and SingPass users must be careful and exercise diligence regarding their bank accounts and SingPass credentials. Our bank accounts and SingPass accounts are for our own use. We should not allow them to be used by another person, especially if we do not know who the party is or what the transactions are for. Second, the amendments will empower the police to act more effectively against those who blatantly ignore these guardrails and abuse or allow to be abused their bank accounts and SingPass credentials to perpetrate scams and other crimes.